I wanted to give a few tips here on the Surly front and the back, the nice racks. By the way, the front and the rear nice rack does work, at least with this Ogre, with the disc brakes. I think the biggest piece on the Surly video is, and the instruction manual, you just can't see the orientation of these stays. So this bottom, you're looking at the left side of my bike, curves in, right? I know and these go on the outside. Now on my Ogre, on the Surly video, this is more or less flipped to where this piece is coming out. Didn't work well with my Ogre. It just wouldn't line up. So I went on the outside here. It comes with, in the kit, 3 little, look like plastic shims. I just used them, put them back there to bring this out a bit. But I think that's the biggest thing. I could not, with this flipped up and sticking out this way, there was just no way. And again, you know, when you're putting these in for this time, these holes in the bike might be a little tight, so put some, you know, some grease on those. I, of course, just, because I'm me, I just put these screws back in. You know, level it up, but again, the orientation in either this way, for me, or flip it, you know, level it out, and that's, you'll tighten here. And you can see it works with a disc. Moving on to the back nice rack. Go get a bunch of pieces. These smaller, these, I'm just going to call them stays because I don't know what they are. The smaller one is for this back rack. The longer one up here to the frame. Insert it. Tighten these just a bit because you're going to need to play with it a little bit. On my Ogre, second screw in, grease, tighten it up, easy. Give yourself some room because you're going to want to play with it a little bit. And on these, it's a bit tricky, but when you get in, you'll see the pieces. There's 2 pieces in there. And it's a little tricky to put them together. It'll create just enough of a hole there to put this in, tighten the cap screw, holds it on there. Now if it falls apart, which it does, no big deal, really. It was actually easier for me to just keep this attached, put this on it, and I could swivel the rack back and put these in. It wasn't a big deal. It's a little tricky on these pieces, but as far as the orientation goes, the long one's back here. Short one's in there. Give yourself some room, again, when you're doing this, or else it'll just be too tight and you won't have any wiggle room and it will suck. That's it.